Hey guys, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to your full moon collective reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Sag. Let us get started. I come to you humbly, God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love, in accordance with your divine will. What is it that we need to know? What is the overall energy for this full moon lunar eclipse in Sag? Thank you. What should we have learned? Oh, well, we have movement coming out. What should we have learned? Okay, so the lesson will be soul work. I must say, when I started meditating on the energy, it just started feeling very fiery. I'm just feeling I'm picking up on like obnoxious type of energy, maybe borderline combative energy. This might be the energy here for this full moon in Sag. Just be mindful of that. You might feel triggered. Just understand that it is just an emotional trap, okay? Don't allow for that to pull you off track or throw you off your center. Remain grounded throughout whatever chaos happens. All right. With that being said, let's move forward. What is overall advice for this energy? Whoa. Face your adversities. For some of us, our shadows are going to get triggered in this cycle. Okay, this can work on a global scale, of course. But on the flip side, here's the thing. I'm feeling this very combative energy, but as I was pre-shuffling, it was just like all these beautiful cards coming out as a result. At the bottom of the deck, we do have Go For Your Dreams. So it's like, let's look at this as a final test, okay, where you have a chance to throw something away. You know, if you're moving forward into the right direction, you might have some type of interruption. I also heard expect the unexpected. All right, surprises are guaranteed. You know, and something might throw you for a loop here, just to see like if you are actually serious about what you're going for, or if you're going to revert back, okay, to the old you. All right, this is for people who have been doing the work, who's been doing the spiritual work here. You might feel a little you might feel people trying, it might feel like people are trying to taunt you or instigate. It has this feeling, this very obnoxious emotion here. All right, let's see. What have we created since? What have we created since the new moon? Okay. We have the Eight of Wands coming out along with the Six of Wands in reverse. This is moving forward, all right? This is being propelled forward by the universe. Okay, we do have the Six of Wands coming out in reverse. We're going to look into that. That could be ego issues. Why is the Six of Wands there? I also had the feeling of people, some of you guys are moving forward in your abundance, and you might feel people are trying to, yes, throw you off your center. They might also try to sabotage the progress, okay? So keep that in mind. Despite whatever happens, despite whatever, whatever this outside source is, don't allow for it to throw you off or or distract you. There might be some distractions. There might be something that happens that'll distract you from moving forward with whatever it is that you're focusing on, whether it's just getting better, being better as a person. An ex might come back and like trigger your shadows or trigger trauma, things like that. All right, let's keep this in mind. All right, where are we now? I'm talking slow because the energy I'm feeling, it's like so, it was pissing me off, so I'm trying to keep myself calm. So that's what's happening right now, okay? You're watching me try to navigate this energy while delivering this message. Where are we now? I'm literally practicing what I'm saying right now, which is keeping your center despite whatever outside sources are happening. We do have the Sun card coming out. Some of you guys, you're feeling like you've gotten into your groove. You feel like you've gotten on the right path, okay? And it seems as if there might be something that might throw you off. And it's just a test. It's like you're walking this tightrope and you're finally getting the hang of it. You're doing the beautiful balancing act, and then someone throws something at you, okay? And you have to kind of dodge that, okay? Dodge the energy. Stay in your center. All right. What's no longer serving us? We have the Page of Cups here coming out. Let's see. Why is that Page of Cups here? As what's no longer serving us. There might be friendships. These could very well be friends, these distractions. Like some of you guys, you might be stepping into a new cycle and you might be turning a new leaf. Okay, and trying to do something different. You might have friends who are like, who do you think you are? Let's say if you want to change your habits, if you have a bunch of friends who you smoked with a lot or who you drank with a lot, and you decide, you know what, I'm turning a new leaf, I don't want to do this anymore. You might have friends who are trying to pull you back into that lifestyle, okay? It's something like that, all right? What's happening? You might realize as you're making this change how deep the rabbit hole goes, how deeply toxic maybe some people are. The friendships around you, for example, maybe they were not as healthy. Maybe now you're realizing how unhealthy they may be. This is so interesting. There's such an interesting energy because the cards that are coming out are great, but how I'm reading it, like the energy that I'm feeling, it's like out of something, because the Seven of Swords is here, and that came out with all the pleasant cards. I feel like underlying, oh wow, speaking of underlying, we do have that Ace of Swords right here underneath this. Some of us are going for what we need, what we want, what our goal is, what our fate is. There might be people around you, more haters around you than you think. That might be coming to light now. As you actually start putting things in action, you know, because before it was just like, okay, I know what the truth is. I know what I need to do. And it seems like now with this fiery energy, we're going to start acting on the things that we've decided that are best, that's best for us. You might get some pushback. Okay? And this will give you more clarity as to who's right for you and who isn't. You might be surprised as to who responds in a positive way and who responds in a negative way to your growth and your progress. All right? This is heavy energy, but I feel like, yeah, it's something out of this heaviness comes blessings, okay? But it's just like going through the mud right now. It seems as if we're about to go through the mud to show how badly we really want to get to the other side. Some people we all have a choice. Some people will make it through to the other side. Some people say, oh, it's too hard, I'm going to go back. All right. It depends on your willpower. It depends on your conviction. It depends on how much faith you have in this divine push. So stick to it, okay? Stick to your guns. This is something that I was saying in every reading so far for the June readings. Stick to your guns and wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap up this energy. Wrap up this cycle. And that means the people that you realize, okay, they're not for me. They're not for me. Okay, fine, whatever. Wrap that up. And then stick to your guns. Be committed to who you are, who you're choosing to be right now in this new cycle. All right? Okay. How can we release and let go? How can we release? Yeah, okay. We have the Six of Cups coming out here. Past energy. So, yeah, we're in this time of acting. we're in this time of acting, taking action on like what we've seen, the truth that came out. Once the truth came out about who's right for us and who's not, now we have to take action in cutting them off, right? Okay. Now with that, we are going to feel like, oh man, some of us are going to deal with this FOMO energy, but you have to stay strong with that. Stay strong. Don't worry about a missed opportunity. Your soul tribe is coming in. All right, this is about clearing out the final people that need to be cleared out so your soul tribe could come in. All right, stay strong in that. It might be a process. Like I said, we're going through the mud as we're transitioning to this upgrade. Be strong, okay? See, it's just this double energy here that I keep feeling. It's like sadness, but it's like you see this bright energy. It's like I don't think people realize it's probably going to feel a little dark, but it's for your abundance, okay? It's for your abundance here. It's closing out and facing more of this betrayal, this pain. People who might not be happy for this change. People that you said, okay, I'm not really going to cut them out. I'm not ready to cut them out yet. Yeah, that's what's happening here. It's time to face that. Be strong, okay? Because you have to close out this cycle, this painful cycle here. What resources are available to help us release? We have the Five of Pentacles coming out here. The Three of Swords came out at the bottom of the deck. It's time to release the heartbreak, release the pain, release the cycle of pain, release the cycle where you're dealing with people who are not aligned with you. It's time to wrap it up. Wrap it up. No regrets, no remorse, no crying over spilled milk, no feeling left out in the cold. Even though it might feel that way, that's not what's happening. It's something about like what's happening. It's not what it seems. Like in a good way. Like you might feel like down and out. You might feel alone, but you're going to breeze through that energy. It probably won't feel quick, but it is going to be fairly quickly. It's like in hindsight, you'll look back and say, okay, I had to cut this person off. But while you're going through that, it's going to be it's going to be like crawling through the mud type of energy. It's not going to feel that pleasant, okay? I mean, facing the truth, it's like a twofold thing, right? Maybe threefold, right? One, it's knowing the truth. Then choosing to accept or deny the truth. And then if you choose to accept, then you have to act accordingly. So now we're in this third part where we have to act accordingly. And that part is going to be a little bit rough. This can come out as setting boundaries, Ace of Swords. Facing the truth. This can kind of come out as either cutting people off or just setting boundaries, setting new boundaries for people. All right? And being that I'm feeling this combative energy. I feel like some people might get some pushback. We might get some pushback and it might not be received as well, okay, as you expect it to. Just know that that's the nature and that's the energy of this moon right now, okay? People might be a little bit more fiery than usual for some reason, all right? All right. We're going to go into the blockages. What are the blockages? The potential blockages for the collective for this full moon in Sag energy. Taking the leap. Making the actions. Taking the actions, okay? We have the Lovers card coming out with the Fool card in reverse. It's so painful. Some people don't want to... All right. So these people that you're going to have to set boundaries with. These are people who have been in your life for a while. These are people, this is soulmate energy, soul tribe energy. This could be very close friends. This could be family. This can be relationships. This could be someone you're married to. This could be someone you've been in a long-term relationship with. All right. It's a matter of the blockage is reflecting on it and understanding why it's been painful. You know, pinpointing the pain points in the connection and knowing where to set the boundaries. Some people don't really want to look at that. Okay? All right, let's see. Why is this Ten of Swords coming out? It came out twice. Some people would rather just stay in the painful situation than actually face it and do something about it. This isn't even denial of the pain. It's like knowing the pain is there, but not feeling the strength to do anything about it. Not feeling like they have the energy and the strength to face the pain of setting these boundaries, or face the conflicts that may arise as a result of this. If you've been in a situation where you are used to people taking advantage of you, for example, and you know that it's time for you to stand up for yourself in a way that you haven't before, you know that that's what you need to do. Now it's having the courage to do it, or to cower and lay down and take it. Okay? That's going to be the challenge. What are you going to do with this information? What are we failing to see? For some of you, it'll be like, well, I've been dealing with this pain all this time. Like, why do I have to change it now? And this can just be, oh my gosh, this can apply to the whole, like, on a global scale here, but we'll get there. What are we failing to see? We're feeling that we feel trapped, but we're not trapped at all. People feel like their hands are tied, but that's not true. There's going to have to be this level of conflict that has to happen so that there can be an upgrade. It's like it's going to be a bit of a battle before the upgrade happens. Obviously, we see this on the global scale right now with the riots and such. It's a fight that's happening for an upgrade, all right? And this applies to our individual lives as well. There might be more instigation. There might be more combat because of it. There might be more obnoxious behavior because of it. What we're failing to see with the Eight of Wands here, holding ourselves back. Look, so, okay. Whatever is happening is supposed to happen for the divine agenda, right? The divine agenda is playing a role here, all right? So if you shy away from facing a conflict, you're stopping your divine agenda, your soul's purpose, okay? All right. What else are we failing to see? This energy is so heavy. Jeez. Okay. What are we failing to see? Empress. There's going to be an elevation. Okay? There's an elevation that comes from this. Somebody doesn't want to face the conflict of cutting someone out or setting new boundaries, saying enough is enough, so on and so forth, on a global scale and on an individual level. If you're in a relationship and you feel like you have to speak up and you have to do something different, you have to set healthier boundaries, or you have to straight up cut them out with this Queen of Swords energy. This Queen of Swords is very logical. They know exactly what needs to be done, and they might be a little bit cold doing it because it needs to happen. All right, it's something that needs to get done. And in doing so, you're dropping the burden and then you're elevating into Empress energy. All right, this is what we're being led towards. Whether you're a male or female, you're being led to Empress energy. This is the energy of being in the flow. Being in the flow of the divine flow, the divine agenda here. That's what needs to happen here, okay? On an individual level and then on a collective global scale, all right? Let's look more into that Empress card. The Empress is all about creation, pregnant with new ideas, innovation, Okay, on a global scale, this could be a new way of doing things. This is a new way that we'll be living in this world, a new way that we'll be interacting with each other. On an individual level, this is a new way of showing up in love, a new way of showing up in your job, a new way of showing up in your family, as a friend, you know, all that. A new way of showing up, a high vibing way of showing up. We have the Tower card coming out in reverse here. All right, with this Empress in reverse, and then this Eight of Wands in reverse here. Feeling trapped is holding you back. The only thing that's stopping you from stepping into this innovative, elevated way of being is your mental process, your mental barriers that you're putting up. There's no external barriers right now. That's an illusion. The only barrier is your mental barrier. Okay? Why is this Empress card here? Conflict. Yeah. It's time to drop the conflict. It's time to drop the burden. It's time to stop. Why is this Ten of Wands here? It's also time to stop, like, just fighting for the sake of fighting. Be in tune with the universe here. Be in tune with the flow, right? It's like some people are going to go in the combative lane, where it just doesn't make sense. And I'm not talking about the riots. I'm talking about the people who will be instigating, right? Not the people who are fighting for a real purpose and who's in the flow, who's fighting for an upgrade. That's one thing. But there's some people who are fighting and they're being combative for the sake of being combative, all right? Those people need to get more in tune with the flow of things, because they're actually holding things back. They're being the weaker links. Why is this Ten of Wands here? We have the Four of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles. Once you see, that's a thing. Even though this feels like it's like drudging through the mud, we do have the Four of Wands and then an Ace of Pentacles here. Stability. Building something new on a solid foundation with the Ace of Pentacles, a new window of opportunity for something tangible to come through, something that's stable to come through. This is a gift from the universe. This is a result of dropping this burden, the thing that you're so scared to let go of. The thing you're so scared to let go of, the people you're so scared to let go of, the ideas that you're so scared to let go of. It's blocking this energy here. Major stability, okay? A healthy foundation for whatever it is that you want to manifest moving forward, whether it's a new love, a new job, so on and so forth. What's the advice for the collective? King of Wands energy. That's definitely Sag energy right there. I'm feeling that fire. We have the twos. Yeah, there's a split decision. There's going to be a split. I feel like there's a split in the collective. Like some people are going to just be combative for no reason. Some people are going to hold things back. And some people are going to go for abundance and stability. Some people are going to take the high road, higher level thinking, being in tune with the universe. And that's what the Empress is all about. The Empress listens to their intuition. They receive the guidance. All right. They allow the universe to bring things to them. All right. By manifesting. They do it in that, and they do that in a more passive way. And I don't say passive in a negative way, but I mean as opposed to aggressive. More, instead of imposing your will, you're receiving from the universe. Okay. That's being in the flow. Knowing where you're supposed to be and being there. Knowing what your intuition is telling you and just flowing with it. This is all about divine flow, and I feel like that's very important right now, to remain in the divine flow no matter what's going on around you. All right? No matter if you have to cut someone off and you're feeling it's in your flow to set the boundaries with other people, don't allow them to pull you back into the old you. Don't allow them to guilt you back into being codependent. All right? That's the energy, all right? There's definitely a split. There's going to be a choice. Not everyone's going to make the right choice, and we'll see who's going to be the weaker links. I don't mean to say it like that, but that's what it is. It'll just be holding back the collective, to be honest. The people who are just causing trouble and being combative for no reason. Once again, I'm not speaking on the riots. I feel like that has a purpose, okay? And there are people there who are doing it for an upgrade, but there are also people hijacking the riots for their own combative reasons. There's different collectives in those riots. So I don't want that to ever be misunderstood. There's two sets of people. Who are you going to be? How are you going to use this fiery energy, this King of Wands energy? We have the Six of Pentacles here. There's an imbalance. There's an imbalance. You know, this is crazy because I wanted to do a separate reading for what's going on right now as far as the riots and all that. And it seems as if that's just coming out in this reading. Yeah. Pretty much the love is lost in certain situations, and you have to cut your losses there. Face the fact that the love is lost in certain situations in your individual lives. All right. And you might be scared to let it go because you're scared of the consequences of it. It's time to face that, because if you allow yourself to be in that painful cycle, remain in that painful cycle and not stand up for yourself in that cycle, set the boundaries that you need to set. If you don't face your adversities, face your bullies, then you will continue to stay in that cycle. That's where the split, I feel like that's where the split is going to happen. All right. But don't take my word for that. All right. Let's see. What is the power animal? What's the power animal for the collective? Thank you. Yeah, see, look at, whoa. Thank you, Spirit, for the beautiful, clear confirmations. Amen. Divine flow. Moth Spirit, surrender now. Divine flow. Just go with the flow right now. That's going to be a challenge. So please make that a priority. Meditate more. Okay. Journal more. Maybe sit out in the grass, be out in nature more. Being in the flow of the universe right now is the divine flow. That's very important right now, because there's going to be outside fiery energy that's going to challenge your peace. All right? Set healthy boundaries. Now, I already spoke on what this means on an individual level. Now, on a global scale, this is letting go of, let's say, social media. Like, if you're really soaking in a lot of energy and you feel like that's messing up your peace, you have the right to set those boundaries and not indulge. If somebody's calling you up and they want to talk about it, you know, you have the right to say, no, I don't want to talk about that right now. Set the healthy boundaries when it comes to this, with this global crisis, because this is like, it's a lot. It's a lot. We're living in history. All right. And you have a choice of how you want to allow it to affect your frequency. Is it going to cause a wobble in your frequency when it comes to you living your dreams? Okay. Or are you going to get caught up in the energy? You can understand the energy, but not allow it to become of you, right? Okay. Don't feed into fear. No matter what happens, don't feed into fear. Propaganda, don't feed into that. Feed into light. Feed into light energy and bring more light. Be mindful of your words. Be mindful of speaking fearful things, because you're just feeding into that other energy, that split energy. If there's a divide right now between, if there's going to be a divide right now, just make sure that you're on the high vibing side. And you're not pulling the collective back with negative energy by way of having these negative thoughts, by being, by feeding into fear, by acting based on fear. All right. All you have to do is trust in the divine. That's all you have to do. Trust your intuition. Trust in the divine. No matter, see, it's this split energy where it's just like there's going to feel like there's a lot going on, but there's some, and you won't be able to see how the hell we're gonna get through that, but we will, right? You might think about, okay, I have to talk to this person about how they make me feel, or I have to break up with this person and I have no idea how it's going to play out. And the anxiety of that will make it worse than what it is, and it probably won't be as bad as you think. On an individual level and a global scale, right now it feels like, oh my gosh, this is insane. But what's going to happen, it will pan out. It will upgrade. It will lighten up. It will. While we're going through this, though, how are you going to come out at the end of this? Are you going to come out with your, all muddied up and, scratched up and bruised up because you allowed everybody's energy to affect you? Or are you going to come out clean and grounded and wiser and stronger? Which one are you going to choose? Let's choose one more. One more for the power animal, for the collective. Thank you. Yes, look at that. Wiser. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Wolf Spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Are you going to come out wiser after this full moon in Sagittarius energy, or are you going to come up battered and bruised? Who are you going to be? Now's the time to make a final choice. We are coming at the end of a cycle for the collective. Wrap it up. Wrap it up and get on out. That's it. All right. I am curious what the Rebel deck has to say. This energy is so heavy. And this deck is such an a-hole hardcore deck. I'm just really curious what the Rebel deck has to say. What's the energy? What's the energy for us? What's the hardcore advice that we have for this full moon and Sag energy, please? Thank you. This energy is crazy heavy. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. What was this at the bottom? Look at that. Okay. All right. All right. Whatever you're thinking about, don't do it. Now's not the effing time. Okay. See, I am getting this antagonizing energy. Some of you guys might be triggered. Okay, you might have some situations you feel like you're in a good place and then something's going to happen and it might trigger you. Okay, it might slip you up. Do not act impulsively on that. That's why it's important to meditate more than ever right now, like especially in this cycle, it seems, because this might be a fiery one. Even if it's just for the next 2 or 3 weeks, just on my Instagram, I have the 777 ritual. Just even if it's just that, 7 minutes of meditation, 7 minutes of prayer, 7 minutes of affirmations, and then just be on your way. Probably make a commitment to do that. If you don't meditate at all, then just try, like, okay, let me meditate 2-3 times a week. If you meditate 2-3 times a week, try it every day. If you do every day, then try 3 times a day. So on and so forth. Try to up the ante in your meditation and in your grounding practices, because right now you're going to need that. All right. Be effing grateful. It can be much worse. Okay. I think that says it all right there. Find your center. Don't allow yourself to get wrapped up in the energy, the chaotic energy that's around you in your personal life and on a global scale. All right. Shit can be so much worse, and it is going to get better. There will be an upgrade, but you have to go through that conflict. You have to go through the boundary setting. You do have to face your adversities, face the demons, face the bullies, face the government, whatever it is. You have to face whatever it is. You have to face it. All right. And then move forward. Now we have don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. You need some fucking alone time, and you know why. There we go. Some of you guys are soaking up way too much energy from on this global scale right now. And it's affecting your peace. It's causing a wobble in your frequency, and it's bringing you down. And it's taking away from the work that you've already done. Some of you guys have done a lot of work in your healing. All right. And this energy right now, whether like I said, it's going to happen in your personal life where something might happen. It might be a surprise that throws you off. Don't allow for that. Don't allow for that. Keep yourself grounded, right? But some of you guys are also allowing for the global crisis to really mess up your peace too. Some of you guys don't even know how to find happiness and find peace because of what's happening. You still are responsible for your own frequency and your own energy. The universe is not going to discriminate. Like, oh, you're going through this whole global crisis, and yeah, then the laws of attraction is going to pause for you. That's not what's going to happen here. Everything is a choice. Like I said, it's a split. Some people are going to choose to get wrapped up in this energy and get caught up in this chaos. And some people are going to try and find their peace anyway and come out unscathed. Who are you going to be? Look at this. This is how it ends. Some good shit is going to happen. Don't let your issues F it up. All right? It's not going to look like much. It's going to look worse than what it is. Okay? In your personal life, whatever this thing is that you have to face, it looks worse than what it is. Just face it. And when you do, you know how it goes. Like our anticipation, our anxiety makes things bigger than what it is. That's exactly what's happening right now on an individual level and on a global scale. All right. We do have the media who they hype things up. They feed fear, and people eat up the fear, okay? And that's just causing a ripple effect here. That's making things seem worse than what they are. Not saying that things aren't bad, okay? Not saying that. This is a rough time, okay? But it's a rough and necessary time, but things will get better. Don't allow for people to come through. Don't allow for the global crisis to come through. Don't allow for anything to stop you from being centered. Don't let anything stop you from shaking you off, taking you off your course. That's going to be the challenge here. You have to be grounded enough and in the flow of the universe enough and have faith in the universe enough to know that good shit is about to happen. Because if you don't believe that, then you can get caught up in the other tidal wave where good shit don't happen, right? So which one are you going to be? I feel like this is I don't know if this is a final test, but it seems like this is a major one. So do the right thing. All right. I'm going to pull from the Archangel Michael deck. See what the prayer is. What is the prayer? Thank you, Archangel Michael. What is the prayer for the collective, for the full moon and Sag lunar eclipse? Oh, and then because it's a lunar eclipse, it's like allegedly like that energy is a little bit more unpredictable, you know, so it does seem like things are going to be a bit wild. It's going to feel wilder than what it is. All right. Yeah. Write about your thoughts and feelings. This is a way to be grounded. Stay grounded. Okay. Set your boundaries. Have your alone time as much as you need to. Okay. Because people are going to be a little bit more combative than usual. You don't need to get caught up in that. If you see that people are moving in a weird combative way, just back up. Peace out. Go into your corner. All right. Wrap it up. Ship it out. That's it. All right. Set your boundaries. Use wisdom. Not everybody's going to have the wisdom to navigate this energy. So it's up to you to embody the wisdom that you need to know how to walk away from the not so wise people. Okay. Write about your thoughts and feelings. Journaling. This is a great way to stay grounded. Get in touch with your feelings, okay? Instead of lashing out on others, because we will have the inclination to do so, journal, all right? We're all subject to this energy, and it's about how we transmute it. You can lash out at others, or you can journal, you can meditate, and set the intention to be in the flow, all right? Detach from the situation. There's a whole lot of energy of needing to separate. Boundary setting. All right. Boundary setting is the name of the game right now, because some people are going to be a little bit antsy, obnoxious even. And it's just going to serve as a distraction from what you're doing. Keep your eyes on the prize. No matter what's going on around you, keep your eyes on the prize. If you need to cut someone off, be like, look, I don't know what you're going through right now, but I can't do it. I can't do it right now. Do what you got to do for your own mental health, your own emotional health, psychological health. All right? Detach. Some of you guys need to let go. Well, most of us do, right? There's some, yeah. With that Page of Cups energy, I just definitely felt like there might have been some love interests or whatever, some friendships where you got to detach for a little bit. All right? I'm going to pull one more. Wow. Yeah, this is your life's purpose. Everyone who's alive right now are all brave souls who decided to be here at such a time. We all decided to be here at this time for this moment. Can you believe that? We were in the ethers chilling, and we all said, nah, we want to be here for this. This is going to be a roller coaster. Can you imagine that? This is your life's purpose. You were born for this. All right. Anybody who's alive right now, you're born for this moment. You're born to navigate this energy. You wanted to be here for this moment because you know you have what it takes to navigate it. All right. Remember, this is a human experience. It's just a human experience. You're a spirit living in a human body, living in a human matrix, just living a human experience. All right. That's it. You decided to have this human experience. You came through how you wanted to come through. All right. And this is what you're here for. All right. Take it from that vantage point, and it allows you to see things in a more high vibe way. It also allows you to be in the flow of the divine. All right. I'm going to read this one. Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so that I'm taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. All right. There are new opportunities opening up. In this cycle, it's very important to, 1, remain in the flow. 2, use wisdom. 3, stay grounded. No matter what's going on. It's like it's like a firefighter. You're in a wildfire and you have to remain calm. You have to remain calm. Don't feed into the frenzy. Don't feed into the fear, because then you'll just be one of those people who are holding the collective back, and you don't want to be that guy. All right? All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope this resonated with you. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG. That's Tarot and Heal. Also, you'll see that the new moon, full moon readings will pop up. Here, you can check out the new moon and Gemini reading, because it's still having an effect on our energy as well. All right. What else? Oh, I do personal readings. Check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, you can check out the Patreon link below as well. And yeah, until we meet again for the mid-month reading, peace.